our guests today first met playing monster hunter Sam Winchester and his demonic friend Ruby on the hit sci-fi series Supernatural. Now they're married off and on screen as the stars of the hit CW drama Walker. Please welcome Jared and Genevieve Padalecki.
Yay!
Hey.
So, you're joining us live from Austin, Texas, where Walker is filmed, and you recently shared a photo of a typical day at your house this year. So, Genevieve, what was it like with the whole family working from home?
On my end, it's awesome. I love it so much. No, it's great. It's great to see the kids and obviously to spend time with my wife and to sleep in the same. Oh yeah, there's Odette right there. That's me trying to do script work. We had to blur out the script because it was a script we were filming.
It's a go with the flow kind of process, you know. You have to kind of just roll with the punches and.
Yeah, there's no flow. There's no flow. It's sort of like, okay, I don't leave for 30 minutes. I'm gonna get 30 minutes of work, and the kids come in. Dad, Mom.
You get to put all the hats on though. You
Yeah.
have to be teacher, cook, art teacher.
Yeah, garbage taker outer. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think it's great to have the kids see that Dad and Mom work hard, and we're very fortunate. But you know, we make sacrifices, and I guess we still get the work done, so that's good.
So we heard y'all have a pool at the house, but initially wanted to stop the kids from going near it. So Jared, we hear you came up with quite the story.
Yeah. So.
He's blushing.
Yeah, I am. So my kids, we have a pool and it's in our backyard, and we have sort of like a watershed behind our property, I guess, and it can't get built on. So it's a lot of trees and just it looks like a forest kind of. And so we didn't have a pool cover at first, and I was terrified because the kids thought they were great swimmers, but they're not, or they weren't at the time. And so I made up a story that there was a Tyrannosaurus that lived in the forest.
That is coincidentally named Mr. Cheetah.
Mr. Cheetah. I didn't name Mr. Cheetah. That was Tom. At the time, I think he was like 5 or 6, 3, whatever. And he was like, what's the Tyrannosaurus's name? And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, is it Mr. Cheetah? And I go, yeah, it's Mr. Cheetah. You can never come down without an adult because adults scare off Mr. Cheetah. So never come down here without an adult. And they still to this day, now our 4-year-old daughter is sort of like, is Mr. Cheetah back there? And I'm like, it's working. It's working. So it's good. Yeah, it works.
So Genevieve, when you were growing up, did your parents ever tell you any little white lies to protect you?
Yes, and I'm really sorry, Mom, because I know that this had really great intentions. But at the time, we were living in the Bay Area, and my parents really wanted to get out and live a more rustic sort of lifestyle. So we up and moved to Montana. But she told us that we were going on vacation during spring break. So that was
Don't worry.
I was in a lot of therapy for that. No, but I think it was her way of trying to get us to like get excited. We're going on vacation, and it was surprise. We have all your stuff, and we're not going back. So.
Well, it's ingenious.
There was no Mr. Cheetah, though. There was no Mr. Cheetah.
No, Mr. Cheetah. Well, you both grew up riding horses, but Jared, you had to learn a new cowboy skill for your role on Walker, which required a little homework. Tell everybody about that.
Literally homework. It was work at home. So I had ridden horses growing up. She's actually the horse expert, and she rode them a lot more growing up, but I'm catching up. So I love riding horses, and I learned to rope for this show. And roping is awesome. Riding is awesome. Roping and riding at the same time is a lot more difficult than it looks.
But you had a great.
But we have a steel longhorn in our front yard, and the antlers come off. There it is. Yeah. So those antlers come off. That's my nephew Oliver and my son Tom.
They're horns, not antlers.
Whatever. What did I say? I said, got it. Yeah, they're long horns. It's not called long antlers. It's the Texas longhorn, not the long antlers. I'm so embarrassed. I'm blushing.
But he took them off. I came home one
practice.
day, and I didn't know about this. And he's like, I'm going to be practicing my roping. And I come home, and there is a longhorn with no longhorns. And it was just a cow. And I was like,
Yeah, she walked in. She was like, "I think someone stole our Longhorn's
What happened?
Longhorn." I was like, "Oh no, they're in the garage." I took them out because it's really difficult. It's really difficult to rope a Longhorn. You have to be really good, and I'm not that good yet. And so we took them off so I could just rope it like a cow.
So we all love a good-looking cowboy. So Genevieve, has seeing Jared play a Texas Ranger brought a little more, excuse for the silly pun, giddy up to your relationship?
Yes, he brings his cowboy hat every day. No, what is the most romantic and beautiful thing about this new role for me is that I get to watch the person that I love do what they love. And Jared, I got to watch him on, we met on Supernatural, and I got to watch him be Sam Winchester. I came in season 4, and I got to watch him develop Sam and grow Sam. But I think what's really special is watching your partner do something that they loved so much. And he got to develop Walker alongside with Anna Fricke and such amazing producers and writers. And I think that for me is the most romantic part of it, is being able to watch him work and alongside him, and then also on screen and watch him work through all of this, which is the highs and the lows. And that for me is pretty romantic.
Aww. Now, Jared, I heard you even got a special reward for your outstanding physical fitness. Will you show it to us?
Well, that was because my friend Milo Ventimiglia, who I've known for 20 years, I worked with him on Gilmore Girls. He's obviously the star of This Is Us, and he's an incredible actor, an incredible guy. And he was on a talk show, and he showed that he had an I Love Dean Forever sign on his Emmy nomination notification. Dean was my character on Gilmore Girls. He played Jess. And so jokingly, I was like, well, I don't have an Emmy nomination notification, but I do have this.
He earned every dollar of that on Hollywood Boulevard.
And that was like 10 years ago when maybe I could have competed. But I don't know if anybody would vote it for me, but Jen spent like $6.99 on Hollywood and Vine.
It was worth it.
And it was worth it, and I've kept it since then.
I remind him every day.
Well, I take it with me everywhere. It's always in my pocket or my backpack or something, and I'll just kind of like, when I pull my wallet out, I'll be like, oh, whoops, sorry. I'll take this back. I'll put it back in my backpack. It's a little embarrassing, but yeah, I was voted that by my wife.
Absolutely. And I think that's adorable. That's right. Up next, Jared and Genevieve will tell us what's coming up on their hit CW drama series, Walker. Don't go away.
And you are going to be?
On the approved route that you gave me.
Okay.
Don't worry, Ranger Walker. Now get up to the house. The kids are waiting on you with your parents. It's game night.
Right. How do I play that game again? Every time you tell me the rules, I black out.
Babe, just go in there, go have some dinner, go play some games. They're just so excited to see you. You could lose every single game and it wouldn't matter.
Why are you talking about straight to me losing? Hey, be safe.
You be safe. Stell's gonna whoop your butt.
That was a scene from the CW drama series Walker, and we are back with the show's stars, Jared and Genevieve Padalecki. Woo! Now, you two play a hot husband and wife on the show, but Genevieve, viewers only ever get to see you in flashback scenes. So can you tell everyone what happened to your character, Emily?
Ooh, that's the question.
Don't say too much. Don't say too much.
I can't say too much for my boss, but I will say that it's not always what it seems, and it's going to be a wild and bumpy, fun ride, and I'm really excited. I think that just when you think you know the answer, you go, oh my gosh!
Yeah, this Walker that we're doing is about a father and husband who happens to be a ranger, and even though he is a law enforcement official, his wife, was helping people down at the border, taking water and supplies, and things went sideways, and she lost her life, and that's why we're seeing her in flashbacks and visions.
Thanks, boss.
I'm not your boss. I'm not even almost your boss. We all know who the real boss is. But yeah, that's why we only see her in the past. Plus, it helps that she looks like she's 20 years old, so it works.
He has to say that.
Well, Jared, before Walker, you spent a lot of time away from the family shooting Supernatural in Vancouver. What has it been like to get to work and live together again?
It's been pretty magical. I think I'll kind of echo something that Jen said earlier, which is it's really nice. You know, I think as it happens, oftentimes mothers will put their passions and their talents aside when having kids. More often than not, it's because the fathers are useless. I know I can say that as far as I go. And so she kind of stepped aside from acting for about 9 years to make sure that our kids didn't perish. So thank God. But now seeing her work again in her element, you know, she had gone to school and acted. She had her own TV show, and then we had met on a TV show. She'd done movies and this and that. And so to be able to show her off, you know, during COVID times, my kids can't come to set because we're all tested regularly. You have to be part of a certain grouping that you can only talk with people that you work with. We're all wearing masks and we're all distanced. And so I can't bring friends or family or my kids to set, but I can have my wife there because she's on the show as well.
It's date for work day.
It's date day. So there have been, I'll admit, there have been a few times where we've been on set and it'll be like 5 p.m. and we're both wrapped. And we're like, well, if we wait a couple hours, then the kids will be asleep by the time we get home. Sitting out in their trailer. They won't see it. They won't know until a couple more years.
We can catch dinner.
Yeah, we can be like,
pretend what it's like.
Let's pretend we're still filming. Let's tell the babysitter we're still filming, and let's go get some sushi or something.
I love it.
And so that's been a nice.
I love it, and I love seeing a husband shout out his wife. Now, before we go, Genevieve, you've also started another project called Town, which focuses on protecting the environment through sustainable living. So you shared a really easy step that everyone at home can take to help save water. Tell everybody what it is.
Well, TOWN stands for Take Only What We Need, and one of the pillars of TOWN is to find actionable resources and steps that we can take to be more sustainable without added perfection, which I know you guys talked about. One of those steps is please don't waste water. And you don't have to waste water because you can shower with your partner and your better half. Ooh. So that's one of the tips. And we just like to have fun with sustainability. Don't make it doom and gloom, and bring people along on this journey. And I just really want to, I know that we were talking about perfectionism, and I just want to, you guys were earlier, and I want to bring up this quote, which I love, which is from Anne-Marie Bonneau, who's a zero waste chef. And she says, we don't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly. We need 1 million people doing it imperfectly, and that's
absolutely. Hey, new episodes of Walker return to the CW May 6th, and we'll be right back.